Welcome back. It's the Maz and Mo show again. Hi, Maz. How's it going?
Hi Mo, all is good, all is fine. Still a little bit bored because of the international football.
Who
Waiting to
isn't?
the waiting for the Premier League to resume.
yeah, I agree. It's just
It's just a big
um,
void when there are no club
annoying,
football.
annoying. Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah.
Two up.
Problem is that this is going to get even worse when the Premier League ends. It's just we have just 2 months left. Well, less than 2 months, in fact. A month and well, yeah, I think it's the 25th. No, before that it ends, right?
Yeah,
Mid-May.
yeah. The
So
first week in May, I think.
yeah. Anyway, what's the topic today, buddy?
Changes. What do we like to change in the game today? I mean, change is part of evolution. It's inevitable, and
Yep.
if you look at football, the black and white clips from 50, 60 years ago, you wouldn't recognize football as it is now. A lot
A lot of
changes,
changes.
and I think for
Yes.
the better. I think for the better. In
I agree. Yeah, I agree with that.
general, but again, there's a lot to change. I mean, a lot of ideas flying here and there. Some of them really silly and ridiculous. Some of them copying other sports, like in the States, something we talked about. We don't want to import that model into football or soccer, as they choose to name it.
You know what? Every time
Because,
they say that word, it's
yeah,
like an
because,
Englishman dies somewhere.
yeah, I mean, it's the football, but they carry it with their hands. So I don't know, maybe it's a reflection of how they see everything. I mean, they call it football, but they basically carry the ball most of the time with their hands.
They kick it
So,
twice
yeah, and they
or
call it
four
football.
times. Yeah.
Let's not let's put that for another session. Let's
You know what?
focus.
I can talk about that all day. I mean,
Let's
it kills me. And every time I say football, oh, I'm like, no, not what you're thinking about. Sorry, just for the viewers, if you don't know yet, um, Maz is in Holland, so or what they some people call it the Netherlands,
Yeah.
and I'm in Canada, so North America. Yes, unfortunately, over here they call a game that's played by kicking a ball with your foot soccer. So anyway, it is what it is.
We'll talk about football slash soccer for our
Yes,
American audience. Just
exactly.
to just to. What do you want
If there is
to
any.
What do you want to change? I've got few ideas. I thought it's going to be interesting to at least discuss them. Maybe some
Okay.
of them will fly later on.
Hmm.
I think the first one, and probably not only you, I think the majority will agree on it, is the retrospective punishment for diving. I mean, this is really getting out the hand. It's
Oh my
really
God.
getting ridiculous. I mean, I don't want to, shame players, but just to put Neymar, and that's
No,
it.
I mean, Neymar, we've got rid of him. We can't see him anymore. I think there's a few in the Premier League. I'd really like to pull their ear when they do that. If they could allow the referee the authority to pull him from the ear and drag him all the way out of the of the pitch on the sideline and stay there for like a minute and then come back on. But yeah, you can't really do that, can you, nowadays, especially when these guys get a lot of money.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I mean they do it when it's inside the box. They will give a yellow card, definitely. So I don't see the point. Why don't they do it on the rest of the field? I mean, diving is
Well,
diving.
they
Whether
do.
it's the,
They do, but it's over. I mean, they
they don't give yellows
no, they don't.
oftenly for
No.
that when it's the
Yeah.
middle of the field. But it gives you back to the point. I mean, every single game now is watched by like I don't know how many 50, 60 cameras. The slow motion, high definition. I mean, those players know that when you're gonna dive, millions will see them. I mean, it's pathetic.
It's stupid.
Some of them. I mean, they have kids. I mean, if I'm a kid, I go see my dad and he dives and he starts to roll like someone who's got a bullet, 6, 7 times on the floor, and the replays you don't even see that there's not even a contact between them, and
Yeah. It's
I mean,
embarrassing. Yeah, it's embarrassing, I swear. I mean, how do they feel after, when referees see that and carry continue the game, give it an advantage, um, and they stay on the floor for a little bit, and then eventually they get up
Yeah,
themselves, trying to, I'm still dying here, and then it starts running all of a sudden. I'm like, wow, a miracle.
yeah. I mean, and by the way, they're getting really better in it. I mean, for example, we're used to what Neymar used to do. The rolling like a crocodile,
Yeah, honestly.
6, 7 times. Now there's a new trend apparently is to hit the floor with your hand, like you've got this ACL
Oh yeah, yeah.
injury. You and immediately after 30 seconds, you stand up and you walk. I mean, seriously,
Yeah, it's
it's
embarrassing.
beyond pathetic.
It
I mean,
is beyond
this
pathetic, yes.
deserves to be punished.
I have a name if you don't mind me raising
Oh, please go ahead.
uh, uh sorry, Fernandez. He did it a lot. I mean, he's cut
Yeah,
down on it lately, but he did it a lot for a couple of seasons. My God, the penalties he got for diving, it was
it looks like some think it's really smart and clever because yeah, let's agree on something. A lot of players coming out South America do that. The Spanish players do that. The
well, Salah
Portuguese,
did it a couple of times. Let's be honest.
yeah,
I
most
mean,
of the players will do
just
it.
a minor kick and then you go down.
Yeah.
Um,
Look, I don't mind if you want to avoid an injury, so you jump and you roll. But to go rolling 6, 7 times and you start hitting on
yeah,
the
it's
ground. I
stupid.
mean, that's no, that's really play acting. That's diving. It kills the essence of football. Plus, football is a contact sport.
I know it's the South Americans that really brought it in, right? And then the Spanish and Portuguese adopted it in Europe, and then
No,
they spread it all over.
yeah, and it's
I
amazing
mean,
because
that's my opinion.
yeah, you're right, and it's amazing because if you look at the upbringings of the South American players, I mean, they with all due respect, they come from the plunks and the poor areas, and they do play in the streets all the time. So you used to this tough football, street football. Back then, you don't dive on the streets; you get
No, I
kicked in
don't
your
think they
ass.
did. No, that's why they do it on the grass because
So
it's nice and soft.
So how did it change to this? I don't know. But anyway, this is one of the changes what I'd love to see. Uh,
So what do they? You want to see more yellow cards, is what you're trying to say?
yeah, I want punishment for the clear and obvious diving. I want punishment for exaggerating. There might be a minimal touch. Sometimes, you touch one on the shoulder and you start rolling on the floor. I
I
mean,
know,
come on.
yeah. Oh my God, those are pathetic. Yeah, it's
You pull someone from the shirt and he starts to roll over the field. I mean, that's really, I mean, come on, that's really over the
yeah,
top.
yeah, yeah.
I
It's
mean,
embarrassing.
it kills the essence of the game. It's a bad example, a bad role models for the youngsters who playing football because everybody thinks that's smart. It's not. If someone pulls someone's shirt, yes, he gets a yellow. But if the other guy starts to roll like he's been hit with a bullet, he'll get a yellow too.
Uh,
In my
uh,
books, at least.
well, I just want to. This subject might be a bit out of what we're talking about, but I want to remind you. Remember when we used to play football, and who was the best one at pulling shirts?
Yeah, I remember I used to kick the shit out of you.
You you were no, you used to kick, but Qusay used to pull the shirts. He used to
Yeah,
stand right beside you and grab the shirt and then twist it and hide it behind his back so you don't
yeah.
see it. My
But
God,
but but
that's
but but going back to then, you used to roll on the floor a couple of times.
oh come on, give me a
Yeah,
well. Obviously, if
here
you
and
kick
there,
me,
here and there.
oh come on, get lost. You used to kick really hard. Remember one time when I told you why did you kick me? I ran without the ball, okay? And you tripped me. I fell over and I'm like, why did you do that? Because and you said, well, if I let you go, I won't keep up with you anymore.
Yeah,
It
exactly.
was it was What a stupid excuse.
They call it now a technical foul.
Yes,
So
I
it
know,
has
but
a
I
name.
didn't have the freaking ball.
Obviously, I was ahead of my time. So I used to do
Oh, way
stuff
ahead.
which is now scientifically proven a technical foul. It's smart, by the way, when players do that
No,
in the
no.
middle of the field.
Apparently, yes. We apparently we weren't friends. We were enemies at
Yeah,
that
yeah,
point.
yeah.
But it was fun. Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah. Going
Uh,
back.
let's go to the second point. Would it be an idea to give a bonus point if you win by 3 goals margin? Would it encourage more attacking, more fluid football? If you win by 4-1, then you get an extra point by winning 2-1.
I think when they changed the rule from 2 points to three, they covered that well. But now I'm thinking about it. We won't be top. We won't be top of the league at this season if that were the case.
But if that was the
More,
case, all the teams will look at scoring goals more.
especially the ones at the bottom,
Now,
in
now
relegation.
yeah,
Yeah.
the argue is it will all depend on your luck. Because I'll give you an example. I mean, if you play Ipswich in the first half of the season, you would expect a tough battle. But
Hmm.
let's say if they're guaranteed they're going to go down, I mean, they
Hmm.
wouldn't put up a fight anymore. So you can easily score 4 goals. It will be an advantage for the clubs who play them at the latter stages.
Okay.
So it's an unfair advantage, but that already exists. I mean, if you're going to face them at the end of the season and they're already relegated, so it's guaranteed 3 points. While if you face them at the beginning of the season, no, it's anyone's guess. So it's a yes and no. Would it uh, uh, give an extra edge to the match? Yeah, I think so. I mean,
Maybe I'm not saying no.
let me put it this way: you're 3-1 up, you'll go for the fourth. You will not sit back and say, let
True.
me kill the game. 3-1 is okay. So there's something, and you'll
So
defend.
you're
You'll have to
saying,
defend
sorry,
also.
Mazen, you're saying 3 goal difference.
Yeah, you'll get an extra point.
So it's like 3-0, 4-1,
Yeah,
5-2, you
yeah,
name it. Okay.
yeah,
Well, you know what? Maybe this is what we'll do is we'll vote for the 6 points that you have for today at the end of the today's episode. All right, and then maybe our friends who are listening could leave some comments in the comment section. Telling which one they like and which one they don't.
yeah. Brilliant.
Okay,
Please, or if they have any suggestions, we can discuss it in the
of
next
course,
episode.
of
Uh,
course.
the third one, uh,
Yes.
it's everybody's the pain in the ass, time wasting. It's
Oh
getting
my.
really ridiculous. Now,
I liked what Mark Clattenburg said,
what did
and
he
he
say?
said that time wasting was one of the things that really pissed him off. He said that one of the games that he refereed, 90 minutes was actually 40 minutes played.
Yeah,
Okay, and to be honest, when he said that number, I'm this is not from me. This is from Mark Clattenburg, who is an ex-EPL English Premier League referee. I thought he wasn't that bad. His career wasn't that bad. I mean, compared to a few that I can name also. But he said that um, if it takes longer, instead of telling him or booking him, just change it. Switch. That's it. You had your chance to play it. Now it's the other team's chance to play the throw in. That goes for throw ins, for delay of play, wasting time from goalkeepers. So the goalkeeper that wastes time, it's a corner. If it's a corner and the player is wasting time on playing it, it's a goal kick. I thought it was just genius. Sorry, but that would put an end to players wasting time. Don't you think?
yeah, that's a good way. You just need to regulate it more because you need to have an extra official to calculate the time. I mean, you should give them just like the goalkeepers, but nobody really sticks to it. You've got 11 seconds, I think now. They're going to make it 8 next season,
Well, they
maximum
should.
with the ball. They should say like you've got a corner, you've got like 15, 20 seconds max to take the corner. There should be a stopwatch with that. Or maybe change the whole rule with the throw-ins, for example. The nearest guy to the ball will take the throw-ins. So you avoid, they leave it to another player, leave it to
Th-
the other player.
No, there's no leaving. You've got to, as you said, there's a timer. I don't know how they do the timer bit. They'll have to figure that part out. But the minute the guy's walking, you don't walk, you run to
Yeah,
get the ball.
that's a
Okay,
good
you
idea.
you don't keep on. Oh, do I play it from here? Do I play it from there? Bullshit. If the referee doesn't tell you not to play it, then you play it. You get me?
Yeah,
That's it.
yeah, that's a good
It's
idea.
just it kills me, man. I mean, the dive, one of the issues, of course, is the diving, also wasting time when you're just all of a sudden you sat down on your butt. There's no head injury, no nothing. Get off the pitch. I'm sorry, get off the pitch so that the referee knows that it's important.
Yeah, I mean, they did something in the World Cup in Qatar. If you remember, they used to add ridiculous time after the games, 12 minutes, 15 minutes, stuff like that. And I thought it was interesting. It's like an extra time. Uh, why didn't the others copy it? Because everybody was saying, yeah, that's too much for the players to play 100, 105 minutes. That's bullshit, by the way. Because if you're wasting 10 minutes of time, then you should be able to play that 10 minutes extra at the end of the
Exactly. You
game.
should be running
So,
90
yeah.
minutes. Exactly. That's
Uh,
it.
well, if we can do something, I mean, everybody would love to see at least 60 minutes of actual playing. Let's set that as uh, we'll play football 60 minutes, 30 minutes every half, which will be automatically 40, 50 minutes with all, ball out of the play, the injuries, blah, blah, blah. So we'll have the 90 minutes, but officially it will be a stopwatch with 60 minutes on it. Maybe. Would it kill the game? I don't know, because it's also something the Americans do it, the stopwatch thing. I think it would make it better. It's worth at least to try it, because
At least try to find a solution for it. Like, is it a stopwatch? What is it
yeah,
exactly? Like there's a timer on the that comes up on the screen for us as viewers. The minute it goes out of play, there's always ball boys around the pitch
yeah.
throwing the ball in, and then the timer starts. And
No,
if
you
it's
know
at
what?
home, it's versus,
It,
you get it?
it's 100%, because you know what? Players won't dive anymore. They won't gain anything from it.
Exactly. Exactly.
And nobody will object to the referee. Okay, give us a minute extra, a minute less. And you've seen it. They even wasting the extra time. So this gives a referee a problem. You gave like 6 minutes extra time, and they waste time, and you make it seven, and they score in the seventh minute, and they start, the
Start
whole.
complaining. Mm.
So yeah, this will, kill it all. These are the rules. There's a stopwatch. You can't argue with that. When the ball stops, when the play stops, the watch stops, and that's it. Maybe
Yeah,
that's an
I
idea.
agree. I think, yeah, when he raised it, I was like, wow, how did he come up with that? Now, I don't know how they're going to implement it, but I sure damn wish that it gets implemented because it's really pissing me off.
Yeah, I think something needs to be done when it comes to, yeah, the wasting time, diving, stuff like that. It's killing the match, killing the essence of
Yes.
the match. Let's move to another one. I mean, they changed the rules years ago. We've been together when it was 2 points for the win, 1 point for the draw. When they changed it to three versus one, it raised a few eyebrows in the beginning. But
Yes.
but nobody will go back to the two versus one
No way.
anymore.
No way. No way.
Shall we dive a step further and give 4 points to a win and one to a draw? Because a lot of teams are playing for the draw, and it's turning to be boring, especially the nil-nil draws. So instead of a point gained, it's always 3 points dropped.
Yeah, but it kind of hurts the team that's trying to win the game, doesn't it? Also, I mean, the team's winning, trying to win the game. If it's still a draw, it's huge.
Yeah, well,
A
that's
real
exactly.
big loss.
Then win it if you're trying. Make
I
sure
know,
that
but
you win
the
it.
problem is the other team, really.
Yeah,
Maz, this will hurt Liverpool, by the way,
yeah,
just to let you know.
then Liverpool needs to focus on winning games instead of accepting those silly throws. And by
That's a
the
good
way,
point.
even for the relegation teams, for the lesser teams, because now it's like, let me park the bus. Maybe I'll get a point. Maybe a good chance. But you park the bus, you get the point. Another team who's also fighting
Wins.
relegation wins, you're 3 points behind.
Yeah.
So it changes. You need to be creative now. Okay, how can I win the 1-0 instead of snatching a 0-0? This gives something to the game. I don't know. It's open for debate. I all these ideas I would thought, yeah, why don't you go and experiment it in the youth tournaments? I mean, see how it maps out.
That's not a
Maybe.
bad idea. Yeah. Yeah, that's a really, Sunday football wouldn't be bad.
Yeah,
But I don't know. This one's a weird one. I mean, I'm on the fence on that one, Maz.
yeah.
But if they experiment it, maybe, maybe not. Yeah. Never
I
thought of
think
that one.
either this one or the extra bonus point if you win by 3 goals margin. Something to know to give them
I think
motivation,
the other one
incentive.
makes a bit more sense than this one.
Yeah,
But anyway, I'm so used. I'm really old school. I When they did the 3-point one, I was like, "Eh." Remember there was a period in Iraq when you won by 2 goals, you get an extra point.
yeah,
It was 1987, I think, or 88, and I didn't like that much. You were always like, they won by how much? It was really difficult to calculate the points. But again, I'm open to I mean, whatever the majority likes to vote for, but definitely not the 4 points versus one. I prefer if you score more goals, then that's a bit more of a, you know, there's a bit more of a you can digest it a bit more if you
yeah.
get what I mean. Yeah.
Uh, how about changing the throw-ins into kick-ins when you're in the opposite team's half? Throw-ins are really boring. I mean, nothing comes from the throw-ins.
I know, but isn't that a dramatic
I mean,
change of
yeah,
the
yeah,
game?
it is, and I mean, the Arsenal fan will love these changes if they get all those fouls and kick-ins from all sides of the field. I mean, they will love this change. But let's face it, throw-ins, do they really add to the match? Do they create something? You
Didn't
know,
your
you know,
team?
you remember the guy Delap when
Oh yeah, yeah, yeah. I saw him the other day. Wow,
Stoke City was playing in the league with Tony Polis. Delap used to throw balls into the box,
I
throw-ins, but
know.
they're like corners. Remember how dangerous it was? You remember how?
Every single one almost went in. It's either a good clearance from either the goalkeeper or the defense,
Yeah.
or it was a goal. End of story.
So make it the same. Kick it. By the way, why do we use our hands again? Only the goalkeepers should be allowed to use the hands. Kick it by your foot, and that's
Yeah,
it.
that's. I mean, yeah. You know what? I'm. I won't say I'm on the fence. I would agree with that one.
Yeah, I mean, if you look
It makes
at
sense,
the
doesn't
whole
it?
concept of the throw-ins, is ridiculous. I mean, okay, if you don't want to give a direct free kick, a kick in, then yeah, use your feet.
So, okay, do you think the player himself could play it right away in, or does he have to pass it to someone
No, you have to
like a
pass it,
foul?
not
Oh,
for
okay,
himself. You shouldn't play it
okay.
for
So
himself.
it's indirect. Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
I mean, to play it for yourself, that will be amazing because, imagine Salah gets the ball and plays it for himself and he
Yeah,
goes
yeah,
one
yeah.
on one. I'll
No,
bet
no, no,
you,
no.
I'll
That's
bet
not
you
gonna
no,
happen.
no one will waste time back then,
Oh
because,
my
okay.
God, tell me about it.
And by
That's,
the way,
in fact, that's a good
because,
idea.
because there are no offsides from the throw-ins. So you got no offsides from this kick-ins also. So you can go one on one easily. Yeah, that's a good
Oh,
modification for this suggestion. I
oh,
like it.
wow.
So pass it to yourself and go if you can.
Yeah, yeah,
Uh,
maybe. Well, even if he has to pass it, if it's not offside, you can have Darwin Núñez at the penalty spot.
Leaping, yeah,
Yeah, yeah, that would work with Darwin Núñez a lot, I believe.
yeah, 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 yeah. I think so. The question, would he score or not? That's a
Yeah,
different
no,
issue.
that's a that we can talk about that all day. Yeah,
Relative.
that's sorry. You know what? I don't hate the guy, but honestly, he needs to work on himself a lot.
I think he needs to find another challenge, another league, another team. He's given all what he can. I don't doubt his commitment, but it's not working for a
No,
reason, for one reason or another. It's not working. It won't work, by the way.
no.
These are 3 years now, two different managers, two different systems. It's not working.
Yeah, I don't
Uh,
think the Premier League's for him. Yeah, I
and
think
I,
he
and,
needs to
and
move out.
I think he realized that already, and he'll be on the move this summer.
I hope
Uh,
so.
let's let's move to the last suggestion. That's an interesting one.
Okay, I'm
I mean,
intrigued.
corners. Apparently, the stats show that only, I think, 14-15% of the corners lead to a goal. That's not,
15% only?
so that's really, that's not much for something that, in the box of the opposition team. How about we put a max of five, six players only, six defenders, six attacking players, or 5 by 5 only are only allowed when you take the corner.
Oh, come on. How are you going to control that?
Yeah, it's 5 by 5 inside the box. The rest will be outside the same as the penalty, The penalty, everybody's outside the box, only the
So
player.
the minute it's played, those other five could go in?
No, the minute after the ball touches someone, they can go in.
Oh, it's like the penalty kick once he shoots it and the goalkeeper saves it, that's when
Yeah,
you can, I
yeah,
mean, after he shoots it,
yeah.
you can go in. So in this case, he shoots it, it has to touch someone for you to be able to go in. That's going to be really, you're going to waste a lot of time on VAR watching that, by the way.
Yeah, but it will make it more interesting because now, yeah. First of all, do you see the corners nowadays? All the pulling and hitting, and I don't
Well,
know.
Arsenal fans are going to hate you, by the way, with this suggestion
Yeah, because they're
because
gonna love the kick-ins instead of the throw-ins. So I'm
yeah,
gonna
yeah.
balance
Well,
with the
yeah, okay.
Arsenal
We're
fans.
bad if if we go with both. Yes, but um, I don't know.
Or
It's a
you
good
know what?
suggestion.
Uh,
Yeah,
they will stay 5 against 5 until the ball leaves the box.
I don't know. You know what? I wish Arsene Wenger was with us. He always has these weird
Yeah,
ideas that he
hey.
comes up with, like the offside and all that stuff.
Him and Van Basten, come up with all these weirdo suggestions.
Oh, really? Van Basten also
Yeah,
came
he
up with
also has
some.
to come up with some of these weirder
Who
suggestions. I
came up
mean,
with the golden goal?
I don't know.
Michel Platini, I think, right?
Yeah, in the beginning it was really interesting because everybody said anything will be better than penalties. But then even everybody was turned against it. Even when
I
when they
hated
when
it.
they
I hated it.
scrapped the
Yeah.
rule, I mean everyone was happy.
Yeah, yeah. I didn't like that either. It was pathetic.
Yeah, the
It was.
penalties may be something we need to discuss later on because it's really not fair. But I can't come up with anything that makes sense on how to decide who's gonna win a football match. I mean, attempts on target, shots on target, attempts on goal.
That's
I
not
don't know.
fair, really. That's not fair. I mean, the penalty is way fairer than that one. I know you get the weaker team has a bit more of a better advantage to win the game than he does actually playing the 90 minutes, but um, no, I don't see it. I don't think there is a solution. You either play another 5 minutes. You get me? Instead of 15-15, you play 5 minutes, 5 minutes
Well,
until they drop dead and they're dead tired.
yeah,
Or a rematch.
a rematch is yeah, you can't do that anyway because
I
of the
know,
schedule
because
now.
the schedules are really
Would
screwed.
they? I'll give them 30 minutes, 15 by 15, and then I'll do the golden goal after the 30.
Oh, what if they don't score?
They keep on doing 15-15 until one of them drop dead.
Then we might end up overnight playing, watching the game. You know what they did in one of the amateur tournaments that I played in?
Right.
They pull out a player.
They make it 10 by
So
10.
So we were I think 6 against 6. So extra time, first 5 minutes we play 5 against 5, and then another 5 minutes 3 against 3, and then to a point that it's just the goalkeepers. But I don't think that will work with a big pitch.
Well, I've seen a suggestion that they said the 15 minutes do it 10 versus 10, and then do it 9 versus 9, and then 8 versus. But you're putting a lot of load on the players who are remaining on the field to
Who gives
cover
a
all the.
shit? We're paying the money to watch them play. They're
Yeah.
getting paid anyway.
Uh,
So sorry.
yes,
Oh, you're
yes,
thinking injuries and all that crap?
yeah, yes and no, because I wouldn't love to see Maka or Salah injured or Van Dijk. So no, I'll pass that.
Uh, Maz, look, then settle for penalties, buddy.
Yeah, this I haven't found any out of the box, let's say, solutions for that. I'm
Okay,
working
well,
on
how
it.
about corners? How about corners
Yeah,
instead?
but Connors, look at it. I mean, 5 against 5. I mean, that's interesting, the least to say.
Yeah, instead of the penalties, just put that 5 against 5 corners of yours. Choose 5 players against 5 with the goalkeeper, one corner, and then
Yeah, yeah, but
as
that's
long
what.
as it's still in the box, you can still play it. You get me? And then
Yeah, so you give corner by corner.
yes, play the corner. If the defending team knocks it out of the whole box, including the semicircle at the top, okay,
No,
then
that would
it's
drag on,
done.
that would drag on forever because you shoot the ball and it's out of the box. That's it. Every single time it happens, so it can go on forever.
Well, Arsenal would love that solution, wouldn't they?
Yeah, yeah. They probably embrace a couple of these.
Maguire would be really good at that too.
Yeah, 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 yeah.
Uh,
Guys, this was it from these crazy suggestions. Do you have any suggestion in your mind?
Me?
Yeah.
Well, I think we should vote for the options that you gave. Are you in or out? Like,
We'll probably discuss in a different session the offside because now it's
oh,
getting by 2 millimeters, 3 millimeters. Your armpit, your toe. I mean, where does it stop?
foot, a full foot offside.
Maybe, yeah,
I mean, sorry, the head poking out. It's where the foot is. What's important? I mean, when someone's stretched out and his foot is keeping the other guy on side, maybe I will accept that. But I mean, if it's really a toenail or an armpit hair offside, it's
yeah,
bullshit.
yeah.
Sorry.
It's getting ridiculous. Yeah,
It
that's
is. I
definitely.
mean, a toenail is not going to make a difference. I don't care what you think.
Yeah,
Not you. I mean, what they think. But I don't know. Um, the offside is a tricky one. I think first of all, the EPL needs to implement the Champions
semi-offside.
League and the
Yeah, this.
FIFA World Cup technology.
Yeah,
I
the
think
semi.
that's a
I think they're
must.
gonna do it next year.
Well,
Semi-offside,
it's bullshit.
semi-automatic.
They should be the leaders in that. You're watching the best league in the world by a country mile. Now, we should be expecting the best technology in the world, right?
Yeah, but
I mean,
it's not happening.
regardless, the best referees in the world, which we don't get.
No.
And why not? Why not bring in people? Referees from all over the world. I mean, you pay them the same amount of money you pay your boys, which will encourage the English
Uh,
referees to become better.
By the way, that's really amazing. If you go and read how much they are paid, they are the worst paid referees in Europe, the English
You're
ones.
joking.
Yeah, I've read it the other time. They really get, I think, £1,500 per game, something like that. I'm not really sure, but anyway, they are paid less than Germany, Spain, and other countries. So this is, an eye opener. Of course, then you'll have these, I would say, corruption. Of course, you'll get referees to go to Abu Dhabi every week and get 25 grand refereeing a match in the league there and come back to England. Questions are raised: why and for whom is that? because they're not really paid well.
I'm surprised. I didn't
Yeah,
know that.
yeah. And I was surprised too. I thought, they're just like the players, the highest paid in the world. But yes,
Shoot.
an option if you can get some of the referees from Europe because they're really good comparing to the English. Get them to referee. Even the Spanish ones are good when they referee in England because there's no Barca Real and stuff.
Look, there's a few bad ones out there also, but the ones that we see in most tournaments, some of them are really good. I mean, they need to sort their shit out. So, okay, going back. So the first rule, could you tell me what that was again? So we'll vote for it, you
Yeah,
and I.
retrospective punishment for diving.
I'm I'm
Yes, I'm in.
I'm in.
The bonus point by winning by 3 margins.
Um, I'm in on that one.
I'm in too.
Okay.
The stopwatch, 60 minutes.
Oh, yeah, for time wasting?
Yeah,
Yeah. Oh,
I'm
definitely.
in too.
You know what? I'm gonna
Uh,
raise both hands in that case.
4 points for a win.
No.
Pass on that. Okay, because we gave them a bonus point for the
Yeah,
three goals.
I'll settle for the other one.
The kick-ins instead of the throw-ins.
I'm in on that one.
Me too. And the maximum of 5 attackers, 5 defending players for the corners.
That's gonna waste a lot of time. VAR will be like having a field day on that one. So I'm against that one.
Okay, I'm in on that one.
Okay. I
Okay,
don't want to.
so
I don't guess which fingers up.
I'll. I guess I think it's going to be fun. Just imagine 5 against 5. They're running after each other. I don't know all the circus
We
that's
were
going to
talking
happen.
about wasting time, Maz, and the referees, those idiots. Some of them what is it? Stanley Park? No, not Stanley Park. Is it? I forgot the name of the. Oh shit. Anyway, where they put where the VAR cabin is. Um, I think it's a problem. It will create more problems than it will solve.
Maybe.
But I'm definitely on with you on the rest.
Well, guys, vote if you want. Write us in the comment section any suggestions, ideas about what we've said. Does it make sense or not? If you want us to discuss any other crazy ideas, please feel free to suggest. We're open.
Yeah,
We're
he'll
crazy
be
enough.
interested. Yeah, Mazen will do it. Believe me.
We're crazy enough to discuss it.
Yeah, 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 yeah. That's. Oh, don't forget to um, give a like if you like it, and if you don't, give a like too. I mean,
Yeah.
there's no harm in that. No harm in doing that. Subscribe if you like the content, and again, it will only get better. Okay. And what does our motto say, Mazen?
You'll never watch alone.
Yep. Yeah. Thank you very much, Maz. It was
Thank
great
you.
talking to
Thank
you.
you.
Okay.
Thank
Keep it.
you.
We'll stay in touch.
Yeah.
Thank
Cheers.
you. Bye bye.
Cheers. Bye bye. Bye.
Bye.